Hey everyone, welcome back to another Explainer. We spend a lot of time here taking complex realities and breaking them down so you can truly understand what's happening inside your body. And today, we are looking at a deeply normalized societal behavior that has absolutely severe biological consequences. Yep, we're talking about sleep, or more accurately, the lack of it.
It's a pretty bold claim, right? But what if I told you that one of the absolute deadliest things in our modern society is actually something that millions of people proudly ignore every single night? It doesn't look dangerous on the surface, and frankly, most of us just think going without it is a totally normal part of adult life.
And the really unsettling reality here is that this biological deficit doesn't come with immediate warning labels. Every night you stay awake too long, your cellular machinery quietly begins to break down. Your brain structure alters, cardiovascular strain shoots up, memory consolidation weakens, and your lifespan literally shrinks. Scientists are now definitively linking this exact deficit to obesity, depression, anxiety, heart disease, dementia, and even early death. And honestly, the scariest part? Most people don't even realize their own bodies are breaking down.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. The epidemic of exhaustion.
Look, we are currently living through an absolute epidemic of exhaustion, where millions of adults are regularly getting way less than the recommended amount of sleep. We've all heard the phrases, right? Oh, I only slept 4 hours, or coffee fixes everything. And of course, the classic hustle culture motto, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Modern society has somehow conditioned us to view exhaustion not as a glaring warning sign, but as a badge of honor. We proudly sacrifice rest for productivity. But here's the thing, your body, it doesn't care about hustle culture. It has extremely strict biological limits. And this brilliantly illustrates the core of the problem, the stark contrast between our evolutionary biology and our modern environment. For thousands of years, humans just followed natural circadian rhythms. We woke up with the sun and we slept in complete darkness and silence. But now we blast artificial blue light directly into our retinas at 2 a.m., while our nervous systems are completely overloaded with stress and dopamine from endless scrolling and streaming. Your brain was simply never designed to handle this kind of environment.
Section 2. Your brain on zero sleep.
Sleep is definitely not just some passive state of resting. It is an incredibly active period of cellular repair. And when you take that away, things start collapsing silently from the inside out. Listen to this. After just one full night without sleep, your cognitive reaction time drops to the equivalent of being legally drunk. It's wild. Your focus crashes, your memory weakens, your emotional control pretty much evaporates. This is exactly why sleep-deprived people become noticeably more angry, anxious, and impulsive. You are quite literally operating an impaired machine.
Now, what's really interesting and honestly terrifying is this medical phenomenon known as microsleeps. Inside your sleep-deprived brain, neurons start struggling to communicate. So parts of your brain literally just shut down and go offline for a few seconds, even while your eyes are wide open and you look completely awake. Imagine driving a car at 60 miles per hour while your brain secretly turns itself off. This is exactly why drowsy driving causes thousands of deadly accidents every single year. It doesn't just make you tired, it makes you incredibly dangerous.
Section 3. The chronic damage cycle.
So everything we just talked about, that's just one night. But what happens when skipping sleep becomes a lifestyle? The number 6 is absolutely critical here. When you consistently sleep less than 6 hours a night, your stress hormone, cortisol, spikes. Your sympathetic nervous system gets completely locked in a constant state of emergency. And over time, that chronic stress damages nearly every organ system you have. Your heart works harder, your blood pressure rises, systemic inflammation flares up, and your immune system becomes severely compromised.
Let's move to and see how this builds into a cascading health failure. Sleep deprivation completely disrupts your hunger hormones, specifically ghrelin and leptin. Your tired, exhausted brain becomes desperate for quick energy, which makes you crave highly processed junk food and sugar late at night. And this creates a really dangerous feedback loop. Less sleep leads to caloric cravings, which causes weight gain and daytime fatigue, which in turn degrades your sleep quality even further the next night. It is a direct paved pathway to obesity and type 2 diabetes.
But perhaps the most sobering discovery in recent medical science involves the brain's internal plumbing. It's a network called the glymphatic system. During deep sleep, your brain literally shrinks just a little bit to wash away toxic waste proteins that build up throughout the day. Without enough deep sleep, this crucial power wash just doesn't happen, and those toxic proteins accumulate. Researchers are now heavily linking this exact protein buildup to the development of Alzheimer's disease and dementia later in life. By skipping sleep, you are slowly damaging the very organ that keeps you conscious.
Section 4. Why we can't sleep. With stakes literally this high, why can't we just, go to sleep?
Well, because modern life is perfectly engineered to keep you awake. And your brain cannot instantly switch from high stimulation to deep recovery. We are surrounded by traps. Social media algorithms are literally designed to steal your attention. Energy drinks overload your central nervous system with caffeine, and the artificial blue light from all our screens actively suppresses melatonin, which is the crucial hormone that signals your body it's time to rest. All these traps keep your nervous system totally locked in fight or flight mode.
So the crucial point is that this constant state of high alert wreaks absolute havoc on your mental health. Without proper sleep, the emotional center of your brain, the amygdala, becomes hyperreactive. Suddenly, negative thoughts feel so much heavier, daily stress feels insurmountable, and your risk for clinical anxiety and depression just skyrockets. And because anxiety makes it physically harder to fall asleep, it creates this brutal, inescapable cycle where your brain literally loses its ability to regulate emotions correctly.
Section 5. Reclaiming your rest.
Every day, millions of people wake up feeling emotionally and physically broken, and they just assume it's a normal part of getting older. It's not. It's a massive biological warning sign. But the good news is, your body can heal if you implement a real protocol. First, anchor your circadian rhythm by going to sleep at the exact same time every single night. Cut off screen exposure at least an hour before bed. Drop your bedroom temperature to mimic that cool, evolutionary environment we talked about. We absolutely have to stop treating sleep like it's a luxury or a sign of laziness. Proper sleep hygiene is absolute biological survival.
The world is always going to tell you to hustle harder, to somehow squeeze one more hour out of the day. But the human body has firm limits. We are biological creatures first and foremost. And no matter how advanced our technology gets, ignoring those physical limits comes with very real, very devastating consequences. You might be able to cheat your sleep for a little while, but eventually, for sure, biology always collects its debt.
Right now, millions of exhausted people are staring at screens in the middle of the night while their bodies are silently begging for rest. They have no idea what it's doing to them on a cellular level, but now you do. So tonight, before you stay awake scrolling for just another hour, ask yourself, is sacrificing your long-term health really worth it? Think about that. And hey, before you log off, leave a comment below and tell me honestly, how many hours of sleep do you actually get a night? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and please, prioritize taking care of yourselves out there.